Time with Beer Man. Hey, how's it going, everyone? I hope I didn't scare you too much, channel. How you doing tonight? This is King for everything from this beautiful world. Welcome to another Beer and Cheese Tuesday. It's another open table. We brought whatever we wanted, and we're going to see if they pair well together. All right, so we got a great panel. Cheers to you guys! Thank you so much. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. We got Michael Komarov.
Hello.
And we got Bumpy Road Brewery. And
Hello.
Beer Man. Yeah. All right, so we got no one at the moment, but that's okay. Two are watching. Maybe it's us watching ourselves. I don't know, but but we love you anyway. No, we welcome you when you come in, and welcome to all the people on my restream with Twitter and Facebook as well. If you're queuing in on this. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's do this. Y'all know how it works, so let's do it. We have Miscellaneous first.
All right. I guess I'll start with the cheese I'm bringing. This is from Boar's Head. This is their Gruyere. Yep. White cheese. Looks kind of yellow on the camera. It's white. It's white. And the beer I'm bringing is from Rusty Rail Brewing Company. This is their waffle sauce. This is a maple pecan imperial brown ale. Comes in at 8%. Yeah. Independently owned. First time having this product. It's anything from this brewer, so go ahead and pour it up. Alex says good things. I don't know. We'll see. Like some sweet and wet. We'll go ahead and stop there. Looks pretty good. One finger, tighten it, buckle, frothy, foamy head. Smells like a brown ale.
Nice. Oh, that sounds good. Looks good.
Looks
right on. Cool, man.
A little murky. But...
Look at that, man. That's a good looking beer, man. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Let's bring Michael.
Hello, everybody. I don't have my outside packaging. It's upstairs, but it's from Urban Meadow, so it's a local supermarket brand of mild cheddar. I have it around the plate. Been having cheddar the last couple of weeks, different styles of cheddar. My beer is from Bell's of Comstock, Michigan, which is in greater Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo is the big city there. I think Comstock is a suburb of Kalamazoo. It's American Amber Ale at 5.8%. And this one is, according to them, about the end of its shelf life. It was packaged in March, and they say 6 months. I think March 29th. So 6 months is in about 2 weeks. Not that it's exact, but you know how it goes. So let's get it into the glass. And we'll try not to use the Alex pouring method, but there's always some of it. So far, it's working out here. Let's see if I can get it all in. If not, no, it's an Alex kind of pour. Like I said, the top will eventually become beer. Now, this is a little bit darker in the glass than it looks like on the camera. I mean, to you, this might look almost like it's orange, and it's actually redder in the glass. It's like a orange-red color in the glass with, what would you say, a 3-finger head. The bubbles are really tight on the top, and I think this is going to be interesting. I've had this beer before, but I think this is going to pair well with the mild cheddar. Everybody looking forward to tasting it.
Yeah, that looks good. Sounds like a winner, like it should work. We'll see.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, Michael. Cheers, man. All right, Bumpy.
All right.
Bumpy Road Brewery, that is. Yes.
Here I am. The cheese I'm bringing is Old Crock Bacon Jalapeno Aged Cheddar.
That sounds good.
Looks like this. I just kind of sliced it. Slices like that. I'll just pick it up and start nibbling off instead of chopping it up even more into little chunks. Yeah, there's plenty of bacon in there. It kind of looks like chunks of cat food versus real bacon, but it's lots of little bacon pieces in there, and you can definitely see it's jalapeno, but it looks like they have it's either red jalapeno or they have different types of peppers put in there. You can kind of see the redness. The beer that I'm gonna pair it with is from Throwback Brewery. They're out of Northampton, New Hampshire, or is it just Hampton? Throwback, where are you from? It doesn't matter. It's either Northampton, Hampton, New Hampshire. But this is their Hop Struck. It is a red IPA, comes in at 6.4% ABV, and they're using using Sterling and Cascade hops.
Nice.
So,
Ooh, I like Sterling.
Yeah, this beer is almost 4 months old as well, so almost could qualify for old beers.
Bring it tomorrow. Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, shit.
Hopefully, it's held on to some good notes.
You just reminded me. I gotta go get
I forgot.
beer.
Yeah, I still have to get an old beer too.
Yeah.
But I have the perfect store for that.
Cool.
Right down the road from me.
The grocery store.
It's a superette store, but they tend to not rotate their stock all that often. So
Perfect.
I'm sure I can find something old in there because I've seen some bottles that have some dust on them. Yeah, it pours with a reddish amber coloration. It's got a haze to it. The head has very tight bubbles, white head, maybe a little bit off white, a little creamy, and very, very frothy. This thing just foamed up right out of the can into the glass. Doesn't matter how gentle you pour it. You pour it super, super slow. It builds a real big head. It's frothy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. See if it even has some hop aroma still. It's very malt forward. A little bit tea-like, but they do mention tea notes out of the hops anyways, so I guess the hops are still there. But yeah, extremely, extremely malt forward in the aromas right away. So, all right,
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Thank you, Bumpy. All right. Hey, cheers to Paul Mittelfru, Mittelfru, a patch of heaven. What's up, Patch? How you doing, man? Cheers, and cheers, Tommy, man. Right on. Cool. Had some good stuff so far. Okay, so I got one from Tillamook out near me, about an hour or so down south of me, and this is their sweet English style sweet cheddar, and it looks like that. It's white cheddar, not dyed yellow. Looks pure to me. Crackable and chunky and just breaks. It's really nice and yum. Smells buttery and sweet. Got a sweet, salty milkiness. Smells really good, man. It's kind of a damp, wet, oily cheese. It's not super like crunchy or it doesn't have that crystal thing on the edges or anything like that on the rind. All right, and then what I have here, I just spilled another beer. It went over on me. I've got crap all over my desk. This is one from Common Space. They're out of I want to say, where are they from? They're from Hawthorne, California. So a Southern Californian beer company. Common Space. It's the ultimate food fight. Been getting some pretty good IPAs down from there. They got some good stuff going there. Double dry hopped hazy Deepa. Double IPA, if none of you know what Deepa means. 8% alcohol by volume. And this is hops. It's got Lupomax and T90 Brew 1, Vic Secret. Those three, yes. Grain is raw pale raw white wheat malt and flaked oats. It's got wheat and flaked oats in it. And the yeast is a BSI Barbarian Ale. All right. Tastes like pineapple, guava, and fruit snacks, is what they say. Well, I like fruit snacks. I can't stop eating those. Nice hazy beer for sure. Got my Trillium glass. Ordered it on the mail because I was jealous and wanted one too. Damn it. So that I got one. But looks good. Oh, it smells fruity. It does smell like fruit snacks. That's weird. It's got a nice haze, good looking orange juice looking beer. Kind of a milky look to it. It's got barely any head, probably a pinky and a half a pinky, and a little bit of rocky on the top there, kind of sudsy. It smells really fruity. I'm looking forward to this. I hope it goes well. All right, let's start back up with miscellaneous brew reviews. All right.
Right. So I guess I'll start with the cheese. This Gruyere smells salty, tangy, bit nutty. That's about it. As soon as initially when I opened this cheese had no smell. It's coming around. It smells pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna go taste the beer first though. So yeah, head's still there. Fingernail retention, like I said, it is brown in color. Kind of murky though. You can see shadows through it, but it's pretty much opaque. Definitely on the nose. Nice. There's a bit of a toasted malt there. Definitely picked up a light maple pecan nuttiness. Smells good. It's not overly sweet. Doesn't smell overly sweet because it's got a stack of waffles on there with syrup drenched on it. It's kind of worried it'd be cloying. I don't know. Smells good. Looks good. First try of the Rusty Rail. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, miscellaneous.
Cheers.
That's pretty good. Wow. All right, so definitely medium body. Say probably medium on the carbonation. Initially, you do get that sweet maple pecan. I kind of want to say buttery, but I don't want to get that mixed up with diacetyl or anything like that, because pecans do kind of have a bit of a nutty flavor. Does have a earthy hop backbone for 20 IBUs. It's a weird slightly bitter. It's it's sharp, but then it finishes. It's just enough to let you know it's there, then it's gone. It's interesting for sure. Definitely different. Very mild, not overly sweet. Slight dry finish. All right, so yeah. Go ahead and try this Gruyere. It is a crumbly, dry cheese. It's pretty good. So it's crumbly, but it doesn't give you that powdery, gritty mouthfeel, which is good. Not as salty as I thought it was going to be. Smells like it's going to be a salt bomb. It's not. It's definitely creamy, rich, buttery, nutty. It's got a mild, very mild tanginess to it. It's really good. So yeah, well, try the cheese and then the beer.
Cheesers.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
God. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say, at 8%, there's no real booziness to it on the nose or on the palate when you drink it by itself. So definitely with the cheese first. And the beer. They almost kind of stand alone, but it does bring down that weird kind of whatever slight bitter finish that's coming with this beer initially. It's not bad. Buttery, tangy, mixing with this slightly sweet brown ale. It's not too bad. I'll try the beer and then the cheese now. I like that better. Definitely
Wow.
the beer before the cheese on this one. So that sweet beer brings out. Now we're getting the contrast that's happening in a good way. So the beer is sweeter, but it brings out that salty, zingy richness of the cheese, which is totally opposite of before. Have the cheese and have the beer. Not so great. Beer, then the cheese. It's very good that way. I don't know if the cheese overtakes the beer initially, or it just muddies up the palate, but it works really well. Like I said, brought out a little more of that salt in the cheese and that tangy, slightly sharp Gruyere. No, I don't know. I think I've only had this style of cheese like 2 or 3 times, so I'm starting to figure it out.
Wonderful
Many
cheese.
cheeses, and they all you can get the same cheese from a different brand. It tastes totally different. So
Right.
But so far, I got no issues. And it did bring out a slight booziness, very very mild, but
All right.
little sharp alcohol there just for a second.
Oh, nice, man. Cool. Yeah, I like Gruyere, man. That's a real good cheese. I'm very fond of that cheese. I like it. So, and then with the brown too, especially, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Cool,
is it a
man.
brown ale or Scotch ale?
Scotch.
Scottish ale.
Yep.
And they rerun to the store, and I couldn't get it. I didn't want to get the backwards bastard. Done
Even
that
an
many
amber
times.
probably or something like that might go. Yeah. Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Dubel with the Gruyere. Yeah. Now we're talking.
I'm gonna be making a beer switch when it gets to me.
All right.
No way.
It's against the law, man. You can't do that.
Oh, now you got to chug it.
Oh, you already showed that, Paul. Come on, what does he do?
Do it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Miscellaneous. All right. We're going to put Michael up here. Thank you, man. Thank you. Is it Michael? Yes, Michael. Well, look
Here's
at this.
the view of the cheese. Bumpy chugged it.
I'm screwing up everything.
Little
Here's
motivation.
the
Nice,
cheese.
dude. You threw us off, man. Damn.
Here's your mild cheddar on the plate. And I'm going to take one little piece of it, put it in my mouth. Then we have the Bell's Amber Ale at 5.8%. And here's what it looks like in the glass. That big head now has subsided down to, I don't know, half a finger head now. Very foamy, off-white color. Good head retention. It's coming back as I swiggle the glass. So, it looks like a nice beer. Reddish orange color. And like I said before, it looks lighter on the screen than it is here. So it's more reddish. It almost looks orange like my shirt. It's darker than that in the glass. But I guess that's just the lighting. Get a nose on it for you first.
Perfect mix with that orange. I like that. Now it looks good.
Okay, so the nose is malty first. And you're getting the sweetness too in the nose, which is interesting because all red ales are not sweet. So I'm getting some kind of sweetness in here too. that's basically it on the nose. Some malt and some sweetness. So cheers, everybody. Let me get a sip on it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Michael.
Cheers. Oh, it's not cheesers yet.
Cheers.
So I just did the beer first. And now I guess I should take a piece of cheese before I give my description.
Oh.
Mix them together. I'll do it again. I'll do it again after I describe. Okay, so it's medium bodied. And at 5.8, it's a little bit above session, but it's closer to session than some of the bigger stuff you guys have. What else am I getting? I'm getting kind of a nutty taste also. You mentioned a nutty taste in your beer, Miscellaneous. I'm getting some nutty taste in here. Maybe like a pecan taste almost. A little caramel in there as well, in the taste profile. Mouthfeel, kind of in the middle, medium. This could be a beer you could drink more than one. I mean, it's not high ABV, and it goes down pretty easy. I like red ales, amber ales, whatever you want to call it. It's got a red kind of coloration to it. I'm enjoying it. All right, I'm going to try it again. I will try the cheese first. And now the beer.
Cool.
Cheesers.
Cheesers. And
very interesting. It's almost like the cheese tones down the amber ale, if you understand what I mean. It's weird. I didn't expect this because I don't know if you've noticed the last couple of weeks I had a sharp cheddar and I had an extra sharp cheddar in the last couple of weeks, I think. And this one, by being a mild cheddar, with this beer, it seems to be, I don't know, just a regular mild cheddar is bringing a lot of the taste of this beer out. I am surprised.
oh, very nice.
But the difference, I guess, is I was doing IPAs the other weeks, and this time I'm doing an amber ale. So maybe there's a difference in the style. This is not hoppy at all, this beer. This is malt all the way. There's obviously hops in this, but it's definitely in the brewing process, they're featuring the malts more than the hops in this beer. All right, so we're going to do it the other way and have the beer first and then the cheese.
It's
Crazy if there's any difference.
crazy the power of the cheese.
Yeah, the effect is very similar. This is a very good match. I'm pleasantly surprised. Wow. All right, I know now, at least with this amber ale, it goes well with mild cheddar. And I'll come back around with a number. When it gets to be my turn again.
We're really loving the power of the cheese. That is awesome. Yes. All right. So cool, man. Thanks, Michael. Now we got Bumpy next.
With this cheese, our powers will bind. Cheese is very binding. So I'll talk about the hop struck real quick. Reason why I changed it, I'd have to go into the cheese as well. But the hop struck's 4 months old. It's not holding up. I've had that super fresh. It was more citrusy forward, hoppy. Right now, it's got a lot of the malts shining through, kind of biscuity, a bit caramel sweetness, a little bit grainy, and then it kind of has the tea-like notes from the hops with a very mild citrus, like a citrus tea. And then it kind of has a bittering finish of kind of piney and woody. So not as pleasant just drinking that beer at this time. And then with the added difficulties with the cheese, this cheese, some of the stronger notes from this cheese were enhanced a lot. And but I'll get into the beer that I switched to right now is the Bourbon Road. It's my homebrew, the last homebrew I made about, 9-10 months ago.
Oh wow! Ooh.
It's 8.5% ABV. It's an Imperial Maple Bourbon Stout.
Aged on wood, oak state.
Yeah, I aged on some an oak spiral, or I did an infusion with an oak spiral with some Knob Creek maple bourbon.
Nice. Dude,
And yeah, you get in the aromas. First off, there's maple. There's a maple nose in there. There's a bit of char.
Fuck, a beer looks
A little bit of chocolate type notes. There's some kind of leather and kind of deep fruit notes. I would say more resembles dates. So this beer being aged has definitely enhanced in the aromas. Everything's coming through really nice. It smells like a bigger beer than what it is. This smells like an Imperial Stout that might be like 11-12%, and it's only 8.5%. So plenty of robust flavor notes coming through. A little bit roasty, toasty too. All right, I haven't drank this in a while, so here we go. Let's see what it tastes like now. Cheers.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Wrong one, shit.
It's got a full, thick body, kind of a medium carbonation, but a bit spikier. I don't even know what my CO2 tank's looking at. I haven't opened up my Keyser in forever, so I'm surprised there's still CO2 in that tank. Yeah, it's got the roasty, toasty notes. It's got some chocolate vibes going through, kind of a mid-range, kind of like one of those extra special dark chocolate type things. So it's kind of like a sweeter, dark chocolate note. I'm amazed with the mouthfeel on this thing. It's got like that. It's almost like melted marshmallow type feel. Yeah, very rich. A little bit of the darker fruit type note comes through. Some of that leather kind of in there a little bit on the flavor as well. Not as much as in the aromas on those two, but it is making a little presence. This one's more on the kind of roasty malt and that kind of sweeter dark chocolate type note. Little bit of the char from the oak spiral I chose. It was a level 3 American char oak spiral. Maple, not so much in the flavor on it, but still drinking pretty decent. 8.5% ABV. It's not no alcohol is detectable. It's turned out to be really nice Imperial Stout. Like
Great. Fan fucking
the cheese, the aromas. It smells like wood. It's it has like some bacon notes. It's not like I just cooked up some bacon type aroma, but there's that kind of like bacon bits. Like if you kind of smell a jar of bacon bits, it's kind of got that. Smells like a mild cheddar, so very, very faint amount of any type of a sharp nose. Very mild on that. Smells a little bit buttery. Mostly the bacon. It's mostly the bacon that comes through on the aromas. All right. Now I'm going to eat this cheese, and I'm going to talk about, because I was eating this cheese prior, and that was where one of the major problems came through. I have not tried it with the beer yet, so hopefully this problem doesn't also ensue with this. I think this one has a thick, lathering mouthfeel to it, though. Stronger malt notes coming through and everything, so I think that it will cover up some of the issues with this cheese with the other beer.
Does it really taste like bacon?
It tastes like butter. They're very mild cheddar. Nope, like hardly sharp at all. Very melty on the palate when chewing it, and it gets extremely salty.
Hmm.
And that's the issue. This is salty as hell.
Bacon salt.
And then that salt note, it brings the heat because this has jalapeno in it, and the heat lingers on with the saltiness. So I'm left with this. It like if I eat enough of it, I will get a little bit sweaty around the eyeballs, down the sides of the nose type deal. It has some spice to it. A lot more spice than the cheese I had last week.
Nice.
But yeah, the saltiness is like out of this world. Let me look at what the sodium level is in this cheese.
Bet that spicy creamy is gonna go good with that stout.
360 milligrams of salt.
That's quite a bit per serving.
Yeah. Amount per serving, yeah. That's per serving. There's 6 servings in this. It's very salty, but yeah, that heat comes up with that. Not a lot of. It's a very, very mild bacony flavor. You're mostly just chewing on the bacon. It's just there. It's the salt. It's like buttered salt, or extremely salty butter, and then it has the heat. It has that heat, that spice. I'm not getting any flavor out of the jalapenos. It's just that I'm actually sweating. It's not like eating like a hot chip challenge type. It's not doing any of that. It's not like eating some of the hot sauces I've eaten or salsas even. Those usually have more flavor than this. It just has that heat that makes you sweat a little bit. And it's definitely there. But it's so freaking salty. And that's what the hop struck did. After eating this cheese and then taking a swig of that, was just like, oh, it enhanced that saltiness. By Miscellaneous.
I'll be back.
And it also enhanced the heat. All right.
Yeah.
I just ate some of that cheese. Let's drink the beer and see what happens.
There we go.
All right, so this coat's a little bit better. The salt level is still there, but it's not being shot up. Chocolate notes, that roasting note comes through with drinking after having the cheese on the palate. The heat is still lingering on, so the heat it still goes through with all this stuff. There's still that salty there, but at least with this thicker bodied, kind of sweeter beer than the hop struck. It melds a little bit better. Second swig washes down that saltiness. It still have the lingering heat that's still there. There is a slight amount of a bitterness boost to my Imperial Stout. With this, I think it's from the sodium. I think it does something with like enhancing bitterness. Kind of getting a little bit of a grain note too now out of the beer with the cheese. All right, so now I'm going to drink the beer. Take a bite of cheese. Mixing well with the roasty, toasty kind of that chocolate note that I keep talking about. Cheese mixes well with that right off the bat with that butteriness. The salt level seems to have gone down a little bit. Get a little bit more of a cheddar bite out of it. It tastes a little bit more like cheddar than it does salt. And the heat It's kind of dialed back. Just attached. So drinking the beer first, coating the mouth with this thicker beer, and then eating the cheese. It doesn't allow the perceptors. Is that what we call them? Whatever your receptors.
Receptors, yeah, that's it.
To kind of pick up on all that salt and stuff. It kind of coats it first. It protects it from it. So the salt and heat. So it's kind of it's more mild on kind of what is harsher out of this cheese with that salt. But I don't mind the heat. The heat nut's fine, but it does dial it back by drinking the beer first and then eating the cheese first, vice versa. Because once that salt gets in there and the spice gets in there, it's like over with. It's just like that's the dominating factor. But
Did you still get that big bitterness spike?
it's not as bitter. Like drinking the beer first and then drinking the eating the cheese. It's different. It's totally different than eating the cheese first and then drinking the beer. That like doing that spiked up the bitterness level in the beer.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's something to do with your taste buds and all that stuff getting inoculized by whatever's first. I'm not a doctor. I never claimed to be one.
Me neither. I hope to never be one.
But yeah, I'm done. I'll be thinking of some scores here.
Cool, man. Sorry, I had to drink that last bit down. Thank you so much, Bumpy. Right on. Heck yeah. Well, cool. That was interesting, actually. That was fun to watch. All right. So let's get let me get some water in me. Let's get some of this cheese. So it's an English style sweet cheddar. It's definitely soft, medium, let's say. Has a pastiness. It kind of melts in your mouth. It kind of like starts to dissolve and get softer as you get it warmer in your saliva. It's not crunchy or anything. It just kind of buttery, salty, kind of tangy, sweet. Nice. It would be good for a good melt, like a grilled cheese sandwich. I think it would work really well with that. It's milky. It's very like cow milky. It's good. It's really good. Almost has like almost even like a earthy kind of like goat cheesy kind of thing going on as well, or not goat cheese, like more of an earthy like unhomogenized milk or something like right. Yeah. So right at like delivered to your door in a from the cow itself. Very nice. So I like that a lot. That's really good. To the beer. Let's drink this. Let's look at it. Actually. Let's smell it. Let's go into the nose. It kind of has like tang, like tang powder. As if you're to put your nose right into the can of the powder. And have you ever done that and whiffed it? Yeah, it's kind of got that powdery tanginess. It does have kind of a gummy worm thing or something. There's some kind of gummy worm sweetness or candied thing going on. Orange comes out big time. Orange is the big thing. Orange is the big one, and it looks orange. It's really all I can go with. It's just like this orange, like a sweet orange, like a navel orange, I guess. That's always the first one I always go to. But like a seedless orange or something real sweet and ripe. It's just got that, and it has a candied edge to it. I'm almost getting kind of like a melony thing or something too. Watermelon or cantaloupe or no, not that's two totally different things. I want to say more on the. It's really hard. The orange really takes over. Let's put it that way. Again, looking at it real quick, just a hazy beer, orange beer. Looks like orange juice. It's got some good lacing already starting up there. Little leg is dropping down, but not too much. Just kind of like doing its thing. Let's get into the drink. Cheers.
Cheers, beer man.
Cheers.
It's about 50 degrees right now, probably, I'd say, 48. It's smooth. It's creamy, mouthfeel-wise. Body is medium. We'll get that out of the way. it goes on kind of heavy in the flavors and then dissipates real quick as it goes over the tongue and the palate, all over the palate, all over the tongue, even on the sides. It kind of gets watery until it gets to the back, and then you get like this bitter edge. When I was smelling the can, I forgot to mention it does smell like a Cascade hop or like a what hops did they say were in this? It smells like Vic's Secret's the big one. Let me see. Wheat and bar. I don't want to look at that. I won't look at that. I think Vic's Secret's more of a tropical, kind of a tropical burst. Yeah, and it does have kind of there's like a slight
Candy
mango,
fruits, yeah.
candy fruits. Yeah, white wheat malt and the barley as well. The flaked oats or flaked oats. I mean, sorry. Both of those together kind of make a real nice, interesting flavor in the malts. More on the bready side, kind of a white bread. I got a lot of gas right now. Shit. Orange. Those orange sugary, not without the sugar though. The orange jelly things. I mean, you know what I mean? Like not Sunkist, but like I guess like the Sunkist like jelly orange things that you would eat. I don't know if you guys have seen those. Yeah, but
Yeah, like gummies.
like gummies, or whatever. Yeah, kind of, but without the sweet. It's got a lot of
Yeah.
bitter in there as well. There's a lot of dryness and bitterness that's kind of like winding it down a bit. All right, enough of the beer. That's good. It's pretty good. It's actually, it's very interesting. So let's do cheese before beer first. It's hard to.
Eventually, cheesers.
Jason. Yeah. Oh shit. There we go. All right, so eggy. I'm getting eggy and sulfury now, and that's after I drank the beer to the cheese. But we'll get into that again. Cheese before the beer. It washes the paste away. It washes that away. The bitterness kind of leaves, and you're bringing in a lot of the fruitiness now. You're getting the orange. You're getting like these tutti fruity things going on. There's some kind of like weird melony like melon like flavored gummy worm kind of things. They weren't lying about gummy worms or whatever they were saying. What did they say exactly? Fruit snacks. Yeah, kind of a fruit snack thing. It's just got that appeal to it, and the cheese brings that out more when you take the cheese before the beer. The beer before the cheese. Let's go beer before cheese. It smothers it, puts out the fire, so to say. I don't taste the beer anymore. I just taste the cheese. I think the cheese before beer is better in this case because I can it's kind of like more like a thirst quencher. It kind of like puts out that the things that I was getting on the cheese, which is smothering, salty, sweet, thick, pasty like toothpaste. Just you want something to wash it out. And it works really well, actually. It goes real. I've still got cheese in my mouth. Hold on, I got to swallow it. It's very nice, very good. It's not so watery though. It's not thirst quenching watery. It's more thirst quenching like nice. Like it's that 8%, whatever it is. Yeah, 8%. You don't get you don't get any alcohol. Let's talk proper English here. You don't. That was a double negative. You don't get any alcohol in this. It's very very moderate, very calming, relaxed, nice finish. I mean, overall, this is a very perfect cheese to pair with this. That sweetness goes with the sweetness of like the candied feel or the melon or the orange, the sweet orange. And then the bitterness kind of wipes away any of the mayonnaise thickness of the cheese or the just that. I don't know. It's nice. It's really good. It's a really good blend. So I'm very. I mean, I figured it would. I figured it would work good. You go figure. A cheddar always goes good with an IPA, regardless. I mean, you can put this with the West Coast. You can put this with the East Coast. You can put this with the Southwest. You can do this with a freaking Midwest. And any cheddar is going to go good with a freaking IPA. I mean, in all essence, really, it does. I guess it depends on some of the IPAs are different, but That one I had in freaking New Mexico, Arizona, same place, kind of. Um, that was good. What did it have? The
Prickly
prickly
pear.
pear, prickly pear. Oh my god! All right, that's another story. But this is good. This is really good. Let's go ahead and if Miscellaneous is ready, if you're ready, man, we'll go ahead and bring you up and get your last thoughts there. Cheers.
Right. So yeah, last thoughts on the rusty rail, the waffle sauce. Um, I will say this now. It's pretty warm. Um, and there's some booze kicking off of it now. Now that I've started looking at it and started playing with it a little bit. This does have some legs for 8%. Not much. They don't hang out for long, but a little slight oily slickness. I like it. It's not bad. I mean, it's not your typical regular brown ale because they've got the maple and pecans in there. Um, definitely maple forward, but it's not overdone. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. You've had maple beers, and it's just like, it's just like drinking almost like syrup. It's one of those things you can go too hard with real easy. It's mild and pleasant. Um, that nuttiness, the pecan it's more on the finish. You pick up that nutty aroma, and it's definitely there. More since it's warmed up, it's definitely a lot more present. Um, if I had to score this beer, the Rusty Rail, it's not the best brown ale I have. I don't know how many Imperial brown ales I've had. I'm sure I've had a couple, but this is pretty middle of the road. Um, I feel comfortable putting this at a 90, just the even 90. Um, I've got 3 more. That score could change. Maybe I'll do another review here a week, 2 weeks from now, see if anything changes. For the cheese, for the Boar's Head Gruyere, that's good. I like that cheese. My suggestion is cut it and let it sit out and get warm a little bit. Not like room temp, but if you eat that cold, it's a little more on the bland side. I'll tell you that. You let it sit out for maybe 10, 15 minutes and try it. You'll see a complete change in it. That's good. I'll score that cheese at a 95. I like it.
Excellent.
Together, it worked. Definitely, in my situation, it was the beer before the cheese. Definitely brought a lot more to the table. So yeah, I guess together I'll put it at a 93 at an overall.
That's
score.
good. It's a great score still.
Not bad. Would I
Nice.
do it again? Yeah. I wish I could have got a more traditional brown ale, maybe something from over the pond, a little bit more malty than sweet, but still worked.
More adjuncty on that then? The maple and the
Yeah,
hazelnut? Or is that
the maple's there, but like I was saying, they didn't go too hard with it because, like I was saying, like maple, they put it in the beer and it's really easy to overdo. This it's mild and it's light and it's there to let you know, but it's not like overly sweet. It's not cloying whatsoever.
right.
Yeah, I just think something maybe a little bit more traditional would have went better with that cheese, but it still worked. It was good.
Right.
So,
Nice, dude. That's perfect. Yeah. Cool, man. Well, yeah, go ahead and shout yourself, brother.
No, I actually picked up a few beers today. This was one of them. Starting to get distro on a bunch of stuff that I didn't get distro on. I managed to score some 2021 Black is Beautiful from Pontoon Brewing Company.
Sweet.
So
Dude.
look out for that. There should be, I think there was a few companies, and I know Weathered Souls was talking about they were going to keep doing that. That might be a year round or a year seasonal that's going to keep going. So yeah, other than that, me and Beer Man, we're going to do a sour examination one of these days. You got to get
Tomorrow.
that. Are we?
We could.
Yeah.
After everything, I don't think Mikey's doing this
Day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it a good day tomorrow?
I mean, we could. I don't know. I got to get my.
We'll talk about it for sure.
I got to get my other jab, so I don't know. Let's see.
Cool.
So yeah, thanks for having me.
Sorry, Toby.
Other shout outs? I don't know what. I forgot what I was doing for Friday. Terrible.
Comfort food.
Comfort food, yeah.
Comfort food.
So like meatloaf?
Anything.
I guess anything that makes you comfortable.
Comfort food, I guess, for you. It could be tuna sandwich, could be meatloaf, could be macaroni and cheese, collard greens, whatever you're into. Biscuits and gravy, I don't know. So options are open, you know. I would think I don't know, home cook, comfort stuff. So yeah. Other than that, Ron Terrio's back online and should be running his program tomorrow around 7:20. And Eric will be hosting, or Thomas Metal 75, Massachusetts Beer Reviews will be hosting Wildcard Wednesday, which is pretty much the same time, 7:20, 7:30. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I think that pretty much sums it up. Depending on the fights, might do something Saturday. We might do like a Sour Saturdays or something. I know Josh was wanting to do something like that. We'll see. I don't know. It's all up in the air.
Awesome, man.
So,
well, yeah, dude. I'm
trying to get that guy back on camera again.
Yeah, come
Cheers,
on
guys.
up, John.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, my friend.
Beer man. And,
cheers for this. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah. All right, man. All right. Well, thanks.
Okay, so the Amber Ale from Bell's, and as you can see, is finito. It's gone. It's finished. Cheese is finished as well. I am going to rate the beer an 89, which is a strong B+. And I don't know. It's not that I'm not an Amber Ale fan, because it was something that knocked my socks off. I think I could probably rate it higher, but it's above average. And Bell's does make a good product, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not an A. It's a B+. Goes down pretty easy, and it had like malty and tasty. I liked it. The cheese I like better. The cheddar that I had, which was mild, still was tasty, and I'm going to give it a 93. So combining them, I thought the cheese brought the beer up. So together, I am going to give it a 92. So together, I'll give the cheese more credit than the beer, as far as bringing the taste of the beer out. So the cheese almost made the beer an A- kind of thing, which I guess is a positive thing with the cheese. And the combination was no different when you did the beer first or you did the beer last. It was the same thing. But the cheese is very good. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I like mild cheddar better than sharp cheddar and extra sharp cheddar. So I guess I'm more on the mild side when it comes to cheddar. But that's
wow. I like the sharp.
That's
so
a
much.
personal.
Yeah.
That's a personal thing. I didn't mind the sharp
is.
cheddar, but this mild was very good.
Right.
It
might even depend on the cheese, yeah.
As far as shout outs go, John Anilli has done 2 straight weeks, and we're building on it. He promised me he would be hosting again on Sunday, so hopefully he'll be there, and I'll be there again as well. 10:30 Eastern time. Even Beerman can set his alarm for 7:30, but I don't know.
I was on the airplane when you guys were going last time. So.
You're probably turning.
They weren't serving Budweiser down there.
Turning over in your bed, and it depends on how late you stay up Saturday night, I guess. But 7:30 is early for drinking beer on the West Coast, so we do understand. But we hope to get more people. The last 2 weeks has just been John and me, and Jay is back on, so there's a good chance he'll come back on Sunday, which will be good. Alex, the beer man, is due, but what can we do? We can't force him to come on. So we got to wait and watch whatever. Jeremy comes on sometimes. Shane Fudge comes on. Robert is recovering. He was a regular, but he was ill for a while. He'll probably come back when he feels better. It'll become a regular show again. And also we got, Bumpy Sunday night, which he'll talk about more.
Keep
And
your
Monday
eyes
as well.
peeled, Robert. Robert came around. I think last week he showed
Yeah,
up.
he was on. He was on for one time, but he's building slowly.
That's
Yeah,
one
came
tough
on.
ass scout right there, man. He's a tough boy. Damn. Got through
Dear
that.
man, thanks for having me tonight.
No, man, it's a pleasure having you, man. Thank you, Michael Komaroff, man. Thank you, bro. All right. Cool, man.
Thank you.
Oh, you saved
Okay.
yourself. You saved yourself.
All right, man. Cool.
All right. Well, for the homebrew, the Bourbon Road, pretty good. Definitely, it's definitely aging well. I'll give it a 93 out of 100 for the beer. For the cheese, well, what can I say? Old Croc. I don't think I've ever had Old Croc. I've heard really good things from a lot of people about Old Croc. Now, not about this exact cheese, not about the bacon jalapeno. I haven't heard anything about this. But I'm going to say this is my first time having Old Croc. And I think it's a crock of shit. How can you take three of some of the best food products out there, cheese, bacon, and jalapeno, and totally screw it up? They managed to. They just like oversaturated this thing in salt. I was reading the ingredients. It's like every other word is something to do with salt. Sodium nitrates, sodium carbohydrate, salt itself, bacon salts, bacon that's cured in salt. It's like, holy crap. Yeah, this thing is a friggin' salt lick. It's horrendous. The spiciness in it is good, but there's no actual jalapeno flavors. They do use red pepper flakes, so I think that's where most of the heat's coming from, actually, is a red pepper flake versus jalapeno. Jalapeno, I think, is just in the name for namesake. I mean, there's red and green jalapenos in it, but there's zero jalapeno flavor. It's got some spice to it. It's got some heat, which you get out of chewing some red pepper flakes. So that's mostly what it is. It's salty red pepper flake. Even the cheddar itself just tastes like butter for the most part. There's like nothing to it. It's like, make a sharp freaking cheddar.
Right.
You know, why does this just taste like kind of butter, you know?
Soft.
Yeah, it's just, there's not enough of a good cheese flavor coming through. Not enough of jalapeno flavor. The spice was good. The heat level, I think, was the only thing that I'd say was 100. The heat level on it was good because for me anyways, I like something if it's going to have something that's supposed to be spicy, to have spice. Now, it's not killing me. It's just spicy. You notice it. A little bit of sweats. That's good.
Right.
Doesn't destroy your palate with it, but the salt definitely did. Salt lick. I'm going to give this cheese a 64 out of 100. I'm not eating the rest of it. I'm going to package it up and put it in the fridge just in case my stepson liked it. Who knows? He can eat it. You know, if not, it can just go in the trash. As far as the pairing goes, it's so difficult to say, yeah, it's going to pair well when something comes off so horrible. You know, it's like, yeah, the bloody scab, it paired real well with, you know, it's no. But if you're going to eat this cheese, if you're going to eat this cheese, please have something else with it. And I would say to have a very thick imperial type stout, something that's going to coat your mouth, a full body, something that's going to coat your mouth, drink the stout, eat some of the cheese. It's not so bad then. It had some nicer flavors going through it. Cut down on the sodium. It even cut down on the heat just a little bit. I mean, that's like the only real enjoyment I got out of most of this product tonight.
Right.
So, can I say that it paired well? I mean, it's
No, you can't.
really hard to pair this with anything. So I wouldn't want to eat this again.
I was kidding.
I'm skeptical on other old crock products now, so now I'm gonna have to get like their regular cheddar, their sharp cheddar, and see if they can actually make decent cheddar cheese at all.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow. Crazy. I've had
yeah.
good things to say about them. That's yeah. I think if you try some of their other stuff, you'd I think you'd be pretty happy. Yeah, definitely. Like,
Yeah, I mean, 'cause I've had other products from other cheese places,
Right.
you know, whatever, dairy, dairyers or whatever the hell they call themselves,
right.
the cheeseries. Um, that yeah, some of their cheese products are really good, and then you might have something else that's kind of like, you know, everybody tries to make something that suits a majority, I think. So, yeah, this is definitely not a winner. Definitely not a winner for me. Feel free to go out and find it for yourself and try it and just see. Who knows? You know, everybody's palate can be tweaked a little bit differently. My palate could be way far off tonight. I don't know. Who knows?
Salty cheese make
But it's definitely salty. It's definitely salty. It's all get out. Shout outs. Yeah, next Sunday is After Dark Beers, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My channel, Bumpy Brewery. Bring a dark beer based off the malt profile. And then Monday, same channel, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Malty Monday is going to be Braggot. Now, Braggot is a blend between mead, which is a honey wine, and beer. So I think it's hello. I must have a message. It's I think a 50-50 blend, I think, is what a mead is consistent of. Not a mead, a braggot. Because there are some meads and stuff out there that might have small like beer grains and stuff like that added to it, but it's not enough to make it into a braggot. It's just to add extra flavors and stuff. But yeah, there's a whole link. I put out a video today. You go to the description, click on the link. It's a Bear Advocate link. Brings you right to the braggot style, and it will give you a whole listing of different braggots that are out there. Maybe you can find some that are made by a hometown meadery or brewery that you never even knew about. And join up on panel. Act like a normal, rational human being.
What's it called? Samuel Adams has one called Honey Queen. I don't know if you've seen that one before.
Honey Queen?
Yeah, from Samuel Adams.
Never even heard of it.
I'm looking at it.
Samuel Adams has a braggot
called Honey Queen. I've never heard of it either.
Wow.
I'm just looking. I just looked up braggot, and that has one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
One I haven't heard of either.
Good luck finding it. You probably have to go to a Sam Adams brewery to get
Like
it.
it's
a
I've
good
never
deal
seen
in a
that.
haystack.
Probably not a mass distribution product.
Yeah. They probably bring it out during the honeymoon, which only happens once in a while.
Shit, I saw it at the store when it got brought up. I'm like, oh, I'd get one of those.
Yeah.
There was
I've got an aging braggot in my fridge right now, but it's going to be drank.
one too. Bumpy, supposedly. Harpoon has one called Braggot Right. According to this, now, again, it may be a specialty beer that they take out every 10 years, right?
Yeah, I've never heard of that one either.
That's in their barrel series, but I don't know how often they brew their barrel series. So,
Yeah, there was stuff like Sam Adams stuff used to do, like they had like the homebrewers thing that they would do, and you know, you have a bunch of homebrewers, and they'd all like brew their beer or put it in their recipes or whatever and have them made, and then they'd put out like the winners. Like it'd be like a 3-way type winner thing, and they'd go out to the public, and then the public would be able to vote to say which one wins. And then Sam Adams would give that whoever that brewer was money to go on and do whatever. And I think they may have brewed their beers or something for a while. I don't know. They were doing it for a while. I haven't seen any of those packs for about how long have I lived here? I think it's been about 7 years. About 7 years ago was the last time I saw one of those Sam Adams packs. But yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways, off the topic. I stay salty, my friends.
Stay salty. Stay salty, my friends. All right. Thanks, Buffy. Thanks, man. All right. Yeah, man. You don't want to confuse the English. All right. So everyone's going to be bringing cigarettes, Marlboros, or something. Oh, Camel Lights. That's what I used to smoke. Camel Lights, Marble Lights. Those light reds, reds, mediums. All right. So, cool. Yeah, this cheese, man. Sweet, yes. Sweet, not in the sense that you added a lot of sugar, but sweeter than your normal sharp cheddar, or they're a little more salty. It does have some saltiness to it, but it's got a sweetness edge to it as well. More of a tart edge, let's say, tart sweet. Very nice, though, milky, natural, goaty. Well, not goaty. I keep saying that. More of a yeah, like the stuff they deliver to your door, unhomogenized milk kind of cheese. It's very nice and thick and rich. I liked it. Not too salty, very moderate, on that level, and mushy. It was hard to. You had to kind of melt it in your mouth with the temperature of your mouth and stuff. You kind of had the saliva. You kind of had to burn it away as you were chewing it. It was like toothpaste. Very good though. I'd give the cheese a 94 out of 100. I think it's very delicious. It's not a sharp. It's definitely a medium cheese, but it's very nice. It would be very good. I think medium cheeses are very good on grilled cheese sandwiches. And then you add a little sharp on there as well. It's really nice. Kind of mix them up. I like those Mexi cheeses really a lot. I like the Mexi cheese packets. They always have like the 3 cheeses or 4 cheeses in there. I always like to mix stuff, but very good cheese. The beer was just sensational. It was really good. A really good double. Definitely a New England style. Not super bitter, not piney, not grapefruity like your norm. It really had a nice fruity tooty kind of flavor and gummy worm kind of thing. It did. It had like that gummy thing. Hi, dude. That was like the top 5 ghost stories I see, and they see like a dude like come out from the side. You're like, ah! Yeah, no, but the beer was good though. The beer was really nice, real smooth, relaxed mouthfeel. Body was medium, hazy, sweet, tart. Not tart, a little bit tart. Sweet, tart. Dry finish, medium kind of dry finish, just really nice double IPA. So I give this a 90, give it a 94 out of 100. Not bad at all. I've been giving 94s a lot lately. I guess 94 is a magic ticket for me, but definitely an A minus or A mid-range A for sure. The mix was great. The pastiness of the cheese, the beer before I don't even want to go beer before cheese, cheers before blah, blah, blah. Let's the cheese though, as you take it first, let's say, and then you drink that beer down, it just takes away the mushiness, the thickness, the latheringness, and takes a little of the saltiness and brings a little of the sweetness in, a little bit of the flavor from the cheese in. It's really nice, good blend. I'd give this a 96 out of 100. A very good blend, a very good blend. Like I was saying, like any cheddar, mild, medium, soft, whatever you're doing, is a really good mixture with an IPA or a pale, with the hoppy blend, or even like the flavorful New England IPA ones. I mean, they're very nice. Less bitter, more flavor at the end. Very nice. Some slight bitter, a slight dryness. Just very nice. So 96 out of 100. Yeah, man, everything's good with me on my end. Oh, dude, what's that? What is that?
I'm sure that Michael, if he looks at it, will know.
It's a bushbird.
Bushbird Pilsner Interboro.
Interboro.
Local New York. That's a local New York brewery.
Yep.
Nice. Cool. So, is that what, a 5-ish?
5.5 Pilsner.
5.5.
German
Okay.
Pilsner.
Sweet. Nice. So beer and cheese, everything. Oh, let's go back. Everything's over with for me. I had to do some closure with my dad. We're good. We're back from Arizona. Everything's straight. And now I'm back to life. So we're going Tuesday. We're going beer and cheese. We're going to do just a normal open one. I don't want to get too crazy and intricate with this one. 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring what you want. I don't care what it is. Just beer and cheese. Bring Kroger cheese from Food Lion or Food Lion's North Carolina. It was Winn
I'm gonna
Dixie
find
too.
that
That's
cheese trophy.
what.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
it.
I want to find that too. No, bring what you want there in 8 o'clock Eastern, and then Wednesday is going to be the first one. Tomorrow will be the first, and we'll do 4 of them. I'm going to do 4 of them, and we'll go to something else. We'll probably go to Hop Happy Wednesday again or something like that. It was kind of fun, but or unless I find some other fucking thing that comes to mind. But let's do 4 weeks of old beers. I'll figure out a title. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Old beers is kind of hey, the arrow of my mouse is going in my mouth as I speak. All right, so no, but the old beers though will come out for 4 weeks, and it would be preferably something like an IPA or a pale or something that would not go well, months from now. A stout or a brown. Let's keep that off. Because some or a porter or something like that could age a little more. Those higher percentage ones, maybe a lower percentage, 5.2 maybe. 5, the lower ones. And you could be like a 5.2 Newcastle. Bring like an old Newcastle, and let's see how that tastes. But yeah, bring that on 6 o'clock Eastern. And I did a bomb of videos, and I'm sorry for that, guys. But I could not bring the beers back, so I had to do what I had to do. But I'll hopefully next time I can drive down there and bring some back. But Mesa has some great beers. Honestly, they really do. The Southwest style really came out in the IPAs with the prickly pear and a lot of other stuff that they have there. Sage was one I had in one. I mean, crazy stuff. So, and not bad, earthy, very earthy. But those Indians know what they're doing. All right, so yeah, good stuff. Great panel, man. Let's bring this up. Let's bring this all here. I'm not going to change it, but cheers to you guys. Cheers to the panel. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Hell yeah, dude.
Great
Another
show.
great freaking
Great show,
show.
beer man.
Great show. Thank you, man. Great chat. Not a whole lot of people, but the people that we have here always support us perfectly the way they do. And I love you, man. We all love you. So thank you so much. Hopefully we can get more people in here, and get that going. So all right, man. I'm gonna find my banner, my brand, my thing, whatever they say. I gotta look at the. Okay, here we go. Hop outro coming. Oh, that I call it the hop happy outro. All right.